You're listening to LanguageCaster.com's Football Language Podcast. Welcome to the show for all those who love the beautiful game and who want to improve their English. My name's Damon and I'm based in a very, very hot Tokyo. When is autumn going to come? I hope the weather is better where you are. And I'm sure Damien is enjoying some nice sun as he is taking a break somewhere in Spain. I hope he can get chance to watch the big North London derby this Sunday. That is, of course, Arsenal versus Tottenham.
Você está escutando languagecaster.com.
Okay, on today's show, we will be looking at some of the games from the World Cup qualifiers, which were held in South America and Asia. We're going to talk about Japan and Argentina and pick some football language from each one to focus on. After looking at the football language from some of the internationals, we'll have a quick look at how our predictions are going. Listeners, remember each week we have a guest predictor and a mini league of me, Damon, and Damien and guests. Let us know at admin@languagecaster.com if you'd like to try to beat us as a guest predictor. The first match we'll look at is Japan versus China. This really was a mismatch, a game where one team is much stronger than the other. Japan thrashed their opponents 7-0. The verb to thrash means to beat another team easily by scoring a lot of goals. We could also use to hammer or to crush. So Japan hammered China 7-0. The Japanese side followed up this impressive win with another thrashing. They beat Bahrain 5-0. When a team scores a lot of goals, we can use the phrase, they scored a hatful of goals. The two results leave Japan riding high in the qualifying group, and unless there is a complete disaster, they looked nailed on for a top 2 qualifying spot. If something is nailed on, it is certain to happen. The outcome can be easily predicted.
皆さんは languagecaster.com を聞いています。
Now, in the South American World Cup qualifiers, Argentina comfortably beat Chile 3-0, even without their talisman, Lionel Messi. A talisman is a player that brings a team luck. When a talisman plays, the team is stronger, and when the team doesn't have their talisman, their fans and pundits wonder if they will be able to play well. Well, Argentina cruised to victory with goals from McAllister, Alvarez, and Dybala. To cruise to victory is to win easily, with no need to give 100% effort. Their match with Colombia was not so easy, however. They were beaten 2-1 as Colombia got revenge for losing to Argentina 1-0 in the Copa America final. Colombia stifled the Argentine attack and sealed the win with a penalty. To stifle your opponent is to not allow them to be effective, to stop them doing their job. So we've looked at a few football language phrases and words from the World Cup qualifiers. Mismatch, to thrash, hatful of goals and nailed on from Japan's games, then to cruise to victory, talisman and stifle from Argentina's 2 matches. Remember that here at LanguageCaster's site, you can find out more about some of the words and phrases that we have already discussed today. We also have hundreds more football language expressions. Just come along to our football language glossary and take a look. Okay, let's take a look at the predictions table where I am top on 16 points, 3 ahead of Damien on 13, and our guest's combined score is 10. I think my perfect 3 points for guessing a 2-0 win for England over Ireland helped me get top spot. Coming up this week, we've got games from the Premier League, La Liga and Serie A in Brazil. First up is Liverpool versus Nottingham Forest. I'm going for a 2-0 win for Liverpool. I think they'll keep a clean sheet and keep their good scoring form going. For the North London derby, Tottenham versus Arsenal, I think Spurs will sneak a 1-0 win. Arsenal have their captain Odegaard out with an ankle injury, and another midfielder, Declan Rice, is suspended, so it could be a chance for the inconsistent Spurs to claim bragging rights. Aston Villa host Everton in our third Premier League match. 1-1 for me. Everton will finally get a point and will fight back after losing 3 matches on the bounce. For our last 2 games, we go first to La Liga, where Real Sociedad take on the more famous Real Madrid. Sociedad have had a poor start to the season with 2 defeats and a draw against just 1 win, and I think they'll get beaten in this match too. 2-0 for Real Madrid. And in Brazil, it is a big Rio de Janeiro derby between Flamengo and Vasco da Gama. If I'm honest, I haven't been following the football in the Brazilian league, so I will go with home advantage and say a 2-1 win for Flamengo. Well, we'll see how my predictions go next week. And if you have any questions or comments about any of the language from today, or indeed any other football language, then drop us an email at admin@languagecaster.com. And don't forget, we also have a football language forum where you can ask and answer any questions you have on the language of football, and you can post your predictions there too. Don't forget YouTube as well, where you can find lots of our podcasts. Spread the word and give us a like.
지금 여러분은 languagecaster.com을 듣고 계십니다.
Cheers for that message, which was in Korean. We also heard some stingers in Brazilian and Japanese today. Thanks everyone for listening. Don't forget, there's a transcript for this podcast with lots of vocabulary support. Just come along and take a look. So enjoy all the football.